Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Camille, and in this video I'll be discussing some money saving tips that you can use during this crisis. If you're interested, keep on watching. Okay, so the first tip is never pay regular price. Anything you're buying, it's really important that you never pay regular price. Whether it is that you find a sale, you find that it's on sale, or you wait for it on sale. I don't care if it's even toilet paper. The other day I was at the store looking for toilet paper and it was regular. It was like $10 for a 12 roll of toilet paper, whereas normally I pay about half that. So even though I was running low, I made sure to wait and check around to different stores to see if it was on sale. And lo and behold, I found it for $5.99 at a different store. So just make sure you never, even if you may be desperate, try not to pay regular price for anything because you can get it on sale. Also, you can use coupons, you can use discount codes. There are so many different ways that you can take advantage of discounts that stores have for you. So just make sure before you do any shopping just to search around and see what you can get on discount. Tip number 2 is to cook at home. And that's hard for me because I hate cooking. I may be a good cook, but I hate to cook. But now more than ever, I'm realizing how much I have to cook more often and try not to order every single day, order dinner every single day. It's really important to just cook at home and to not be on Uber Eats, Foodora every single day. So make sure to cook at home. So the next tip is to avoid getting in debt. So I know that can be really hard at this time. There are a lot of people who have completely lost their income or lost parts of their income. So it may be the only option for a lot of people, but if you can avoid it, avoid getting into further credit card debt that you may already be in or a new credit card debt. Just try to avoid it because you will be so in over your head after this whole crisis is over. If you can, there's a little tip that I do. I put my credit card in my freezer. I think I saw it in a movie a long time ago and I thought it was funny, but it actually works. I threw that thing in the freezer so quick when I looked at all of my Uber. I was taking Ubers everywhere. I live downtown, so it's really accessible for me to take Ubers everywhere, and I really was. So once I saw that bill one month, I said, I need to take off the credit card number off of my Uber account and throw this credit card in the freezer. So that can be a little tip that you can do, just to throw it, put it somewhere that you know you will not access it. If there's someone who you really trust, give it to that person. Tell them, hang on to this credit card, do not give it to me under any means necessary. Even if I come to you begging, please do not give me this credit card, I do not need it. What I do is just put it in the freezer. I put in a bunch of water, put it in the freezer, because if there's something that I really need, then I will have to sit there and watch that block of ice melt if I really need it. And also, you know how sometimes your credit card is stored in your computer? Often what I realized even after I put my credit card in the freezer, that certain websites that I would frequently shop at would still have my credit card information. So I literally had to go through all of these sites and tell them to forget my credit card information, because I would be tempted to go online and see, oh yeah, Amazon, they have my credit card information. Let me just order a few things on Amazon. This clothing store, they have my account. Let me just order some things online. That is something that will get you into so much trouble. So just make sure if you're going to put it in the freezer, or if you're going to give it to a friend, that you also forget your credit card information on your computer as well. So the next tip is to look for some free activities. So you can do things outside. You can just go on some walks. Right now, there really isn't that much for us to do. We are on quarantine, so we are in the house regardless. So luckily, we don't really have to worry about spending that much money going out to do different things. But even when it comes to like online activities, online virtual courses, there are a lot of free ones out there. So just make sure to take advantage of those ones. I've heard Harvard has free courses right now. So just take advantage of all the free activities you can do, and the more educational, the better. Okay, so the next tip, this is really important. It's to go through all of your credit cards, all of your online accounts, and make sure nothing is being charged automatically to your account. Sometimes there are subscription services you may forget about. Maybe you were shopping at one website and it said, you know what, there's a free membership for 1 month, and then after that you'll have to pay X, Y, and Z, but you forgot about it over time. Make sure you're on top of all of your accounts and you're making sure nothing is being charged to your account that shouldn't be charged. The other day I saw a charge on my account from Equifax and I completely forgot that I was even subscribed. I had called them a while back to just delete it from my account because I really didn't need it. I just wanted to check it one time, and I had applied for, I guess, the actual subscription. So I called and I wanted to delete it, and she gave it to me for half price. And because I really love a sale, I said, you know what, it's half price and I can check my account every month. I'll just keep it. But what I really should have done was deleted it because I really don't need it. I have Credit Karma, I have other accounts where I can check my credit score, so I really didn't need it. So recently I saw that I was still paying for that service, and I just made sure to call and just tell them to delete it because it's not needed. A lot of places you actually have to unfortunately call them and say that you would no longer like to subscribe. Some places you can just do it online, but sometimes they kind of try to make it hard. You actually have to call. So if there's anything that is being charged that shouldn't be, make sure you get it deleted. Okay, so the next tip is to make coffee or tea at home. Some people really love to go out to coffee shops or even order in from certain places that are still doing delivery. Just beverages. They love their coffee, love their tea, and I also love to drink tea, but I make sure to make it at home, and I save so much money. Especially at this time, if you're not going out to work every day, you can invest in a coffee maker or even just a Keurig or something like that, and you can make your beverages at home. So the next tip is make saving money a competition with yourself each month. So maybe this month you were able to save $100. Next month, see if you're able to save $150. The way to track this, you do have to make sure you're making a budget. So make a budget for yourself, see how much money is coming in and going out, and see if you can save a little more money each month. It'll be kind of like a fun game, and see if you can do it. So the next tip is to buy a water filter. So if you are buying cases of water every month at the grocery store, this will save you a fortune. If you buy a water filter and just filling it up at the tap every now and then, it's basically free. You have the initial investment of the water filter. Depending on which one you can get a Brita for like $25 that comes with the filter, or if you do already have a Brita or something like that, you can just keep refilling the filter. Something I was not the best at was refilling my filter, but now it's really important since we're in the house all day and all we're doing pretty much is drinking a lot of water. Make sure that you just buy a water filter and keep filling it up. Another tip that kind of relates to one of the previous tips to save money and make it a competition with yourself is to save automatically. You can just put in your online banking that you want to save a certain amount. Say it's to a tax-free savings account. You just put that automatically to that account so that you know that it's already spoken for. So that's definitely a major key, is to just save automatically. The next tip is to try to save money on groceries. Because these days we're in the house eating so much food, we're eating every snack you can think of, just make sure that when you're going to the grocery store, you are making a list. It is really important. Also, if you go to the grocery store hungry, you will be spending so much unnecessary money. Trust me, I know. I've done this so many times. I go to the grocery store hungry and I come home with all types of Doritos, all types of ice cream bars, things that I do not need, that are not healthy. And I just end up spending so much money on things that are unnecessary and that I don't need. So just make sure to make a list when you go to the grocery store. So just make sure you're taking advantage of any sales and discounts that there are at the grocery store while you're there, using any coupons that you can. Just do not go there willy-nilly, going there hungry and just buying up the whole store. Trust me, I've been there and I don't like the bill. So just try not to spend too much money at the grocery store. So my last tip is to go through all of your different bills and see where money can be saved. Whether it is you call them up and say, you know, right now I'm only able to afford this much. Is there a way that you can lower this bill? Or see if they can defer any payments. Sometimes payments are deferred a few months, especially they're really sensitive right now because they know of the obviously they're aware of the crisis everyone's in. If you're able to defer any payments, you're able to save up a lot of money right now. So right now you can call, even if it's your mortgage or your car loan, see if they will defer the payment. Sometimes they'll add it to the end of the loan and you won't have to pay anything extra. They'll just defer it a few months. I know for my cable company, I call them all the time and see if they're able to do any better deal. Sometimes you can say, you know, you want to go to a different company because they have better deals, and a lot of times it will work and they're able to work with you. See if you can go through all of your bills, make sure you're only paying what you can afford, and also make sure that you are getting the lowest price possible for everything. Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to leave me a comment below and let me know what you're doing to save your money and stretch it out a little bit during this crisis. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.